We are live. What is going on, everyone? Thank you all so much for tuning in at this time. Greatly appreciate it. Anybody watching this on the replay, thank you so much. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Solid win. I really liked how we won this game. In control. Look, I understand it's the Detroit Pistons. I get that. You don't want to get too high on beating the Pistons, but I thought the way that we won was very well done. Right. Sharing the basketball, moving the basketball, ball isn't sticking, right? Everybody chiming in, everybody, established themselves early on and then just kind of took care of business. We got another game tomorrow. We got to get 4 games over 500. Got to keep winning. Got to keep keeping pace, and I think we'll be good. I really liked how we looked in this game on all fronts. We had moments where we kind of let our foot off the gas, which, it's the Pistons. I get it. I still want to develop good habits. And I thought that this was something where we developed good habits. I love that, the ball isn't sticking, which I think is very valuable. And that's going to bode well for even the really good teams that we play, right? I've talked about this before. Like these kind of games, these are the games where you kind of work your stuff out. You test your lineups, your 3-guard lineups, which I actually thought was pretty good. You can get away with that against, like I said, the Pistons. I don't mind, and I know some people are like petrified about the 3-guard lineups and think some of that is just the PTSD from last season. But like, I don't mind it in certain spots. Like, do I want that heavy? Do I want them running 3-guard lineups for 40 minutes a game? No, of course not. But in spots, you get 10 minutes or so a game, depending on what the other side is doing, right? And especially if all things are clicking. I liked it. I thought Spencer Dinwiddie, he did about what I thought he would. He kind of just coasted, kind of felt some stuff out, got some assists, moved the ball, right? Played some solid defense. He had some nice, defensive stops, some defensive plays. Wasn't super aggressive, which is understandable. He's trying to get other guys involved. He played like a guy would when he just got here, which is what I was talking about in like previous videos and stuff. Like, hey, calm expectations on him for his first game. Don't expect him to come out and drop 30. But I did. I liked how this team looked, right? The rest going into this back-to-back, got to win these 2. Now we're 4 games over 500. Now we got an extra long break for the All-Star weekend. Gives us 8 days before our next game. It's good, right? Everyone kind of regroup. Everyone can, rest up and kind of recover from their little nagging injuries and stuff. D'Lo, he looks really good, right? D'Lo, that tune-up, that oil change for D'Lo seems to be kicking right in. And, again, they look really good. I liked how they looked. And I hope that they keep playing this way going forward, right? No hero ball, guys moving. Everyone's, you got 6, 7 guys, double figures. These are the kind of games that I like to see from the Lakers, right? Once we start getting everybody back after the All-Star break, we're supposed to get Cam Reddish and Max Christie back. That'll give us 2 defensive guys so we can start picking it up on the defensive side of things. Spencer Dinwiddie, as he gets more comfortable and more acclimated, I expect him to continue to improve and get better. I really do. I really liked what I saw from Dinwiddie. I really liked what I saw from everybody, but I'm sure sure people have things to say about Dinwiddie and stuff like that. So let's dive into the box scores real quick, kind of break everything down, and then we'll jump into all of the super chats and the chat itself and go through the stream. We got another one tomorrow, so gotta get this W. Let's start with Dinwiddie, right? He played 31 minutes. Sorry, not points. 31 minutes. 31 minutes, 17 seconds, which is kind of more than I thought he would for the first game, but it was fun, right? And in that time, he gave you 6 points, 7 assists, which is huge, right? His playmaking off the bench is going to be the biggest factor for the Lakers because it's just going to let whether he eventually moves in the starting lineup or they keep him off the bench, which if they do, I'm totally fine with. But regardless, his playmaking is going to go a long way, right? I mean, he's not even familiar with this team, doesn't really even know his fit in his role yet, still trying to figure things out, being sort of passive, and he still was able to give you 7 assists. I like that. He also gave you 2 rebounds, right? 2 steals, 4 turnovers. Got to take better care of the basketball, but I expect that to come as time comes, right? Couple miscommunications, which, again, he just started playing with this team. So I'm not going to get on him too much about the turnovers for now. But yeah, I really liked his performance. Now, he was 1 of 5 from three-point range, but 2 of those were like bailout threes. So I don't really knock him for that. The one he made, he yelled Kobe. So at least he made that one, right? If you're going to take that shot and you're going to yell Kobe, you better make it. And he did. He made it. But solid game. His first bucket was an and one, which was great. You saw his physicality, his ability to finish through contact, which you really like. And like I said, as he starts to progress, as he starts to get more comfortable, I definitely expect some really solid things from him. Seriously. But moving on to the starters, Rui had an excellent game, 7 of 10 from the field. 3-point shot wasn't there, but everything else was really good. Free throws, he's got to make his free throws though. 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 15 points. You'll love to see it. Then LeBron, 9 of 15, 3 of 6 from 3, 4 of 4 from the foul line, which you love to see. 8 assists, 4 turnovers. Again, got to take better care of the basketball. A couple of them, he just got stuck in the air. Can't leave your feet. LeBron's too smart for that. 25 points. Anthony Davis, 28 minutes. I love to see that. Him under minutes. LeBron only played 30 minutes too, which is good. I would have liked him a little less than 30 minutes, but nonetheless, him and Anthony Davis didn't have to play a bunch because they got a game again tomorrow. He was 6-12, 1 of 3 from 3, 7 of 7 from the foul line, which you'll love to see. 14 rebounds, 4 assists, and 6 blocked shots. Dude, that 3-on-1 sequence with Anthony Davis was just chef kiss. That dude is so good, man. Man, you love to see it. But Austin Reeves, 3 of 9 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 7 of 7 from the foul line, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 turnovers, took care of the basketball, 15 points. D'Lo continues to shoot the ball. Excellent. He was 8 of 18 from the field, 4 of 9 from 3, 44% from three-point range. High volume, knocking them down. I love it. 3 assists, 2 rebounds, 21 points, 3 turnovers. Got to take better care of the basketball. Taurean Prince, 3 of 5, 2 of 3 from 3. Again, like I say it time and time again, the dude's a lock for, 2 to 4 threes a game. Got to love that. 8 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. Christian Wood in 13 minutes, 4 of 7 from the field, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block. And then Jackson Hayes provided some energy. But again, this is a game where, look, you had 3, 5, 6 guys in double figures. Like I say, when the Lakers have 5, 6, 7 guys in double figures, and they had 32 assists. Once again, the stat stays true. Lakers get over 30 assists, and they have 6, 7 guys in double figures. They win those games. They won all of them. All right. Lakers are also now 24-1 when they have a lead in the fourth quarter. These are things that are good. These are things that you need to continue to carry over. Get these wins, carry it over into tomorrow. Right? Continue this momentum. Get 4 games over 500 going into the All-Star break, and we're there. We in business. Get this nice little rest. Get this nice little break, and then boom, let's go on that push. Right? And let's get back in the standings, get into the top 6, and we are good. Good. But anyway, let's dive into the super chats, dive into the regular chats, regular stream, and all that stuff. Also, real quick, hit that like button. Take a quick second, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you. Andrew, coming in hot, the $2 super chat. Thank you so much. SD's on-ball speed was refreshing, to say the least. Yeah, I mean, his athleticism is going to go a long way. His playmaking is going to go a long way. The defensive side of things, you saw him getting after it a little bit on the defense side. He gambled a couple times, which I don't like. Right? Stay your ground, stay in front of the guy. Don't take gambles. Play hard-nosed defense. But look, it's his first game. I'm not going to hold him to this incredible standard. I like what I saw from him. You saw the things that you were hoping to see from him: his ability to shoot 3-ball, his ability to get to the basket, his ability to make plays for others, his ability to defend, his ability to rebound. Right? He had a couple nice rebounds on just going up and getting the basketball. So those are the kind of things that I love to see from Spencer Dinwiddie, and just continue that. He'll get more comfortable. He'll get more into his role once they actually figure out what they want him to do, where they want him to be. You saw him a lot just kind of standing in the corner. I'd like him kind of more mobile, right? Him slashing, cutting to the basket, uses athleticism, uses speed, things like that. But again, first game, you kind of win it how you'd expect. Campbell coming out to $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. SD looks good. His playmaking is his biggest asset. I agree. It's going to be huge for us, whether more likely off the bench, but whatever he just ends up doing, his playmaking is going to be huge. He's a really good screen navigator, true, which is good because Vando isn't so good at that. Yeah. So, I mean, look, Spencer Dinwiddie, again, you saw all the little gems, all the little things you were hoping for, right? You saw him be able to fight. You saw him be able to kind of use his size, use his strength to get over and through screens, finish through contact, bump guys. You saw the things that you wanted to see. His athleticism is going to go a long way, but I agree his playmaking is going to be huge for us, right? Because now you can always have a playmaker on the court because now you have four of them, right? You have Reeves, who he's not so much he can make plays. Let me correct that. You have three of them now, and then you have Reeves who can make plays. I've explained this before. There's a big difference between a playmaker and a guy that can make plays. Austin Reeves can make plays. You saw Spencer Dinwiddie be able to be a playmaker, just like D'Lo, just like LeBron. So now you can always keep one of those three guys on the court at all times. So there's always somebody to kind of run the offense, keep things flowing, keep things efficient, which is good. Because there's times where like LeBron and AD, or not LeBron and AD, LeBron and D'Lo will go to the bench and Reeves will be running a unit or something like that. And you see the offense kind of hit a standstill because, again, he's not great at playmaking. He can find the open man, find the occasional cutter. He can run some simple actions, some pick and rolls and stuff, right? He kind of can get to the basket and do the little dump offs, as you see. That's kind of a lot of his assists at times. So he's a guy now where he can still stay in the game. And now you can just run Spencer Dinwiddie alongside him. Let Dinwiddie actually play and be the playmaker and get guys going, get guys set up, and the offense won't get so stagnant. This is also good because now, more times than not, you're going to be able to let LeBron James rest, right? Because there's a lot of times where LeBron will go to the bench and even D'Lo will go to the bench and then, things kind of get stagnant or things kind of get rough. And it's like, all right, we got to get him back in. And it's like, dude, LeBron or D'Lo just only got like 2 minutes of rest, and now they're right back out there. Now you don't have to worry about that as much. Now you can put a Spencer Dinwiddie out there. Hey, LeBron, don't worry about it. Hey, D'Lo, don't worry about it. You two just get some rest. I got it. Let me handle this and go make the plays and continue the offense flowing, especially once he gets comfortable with the systems and everything that we're running. So I definitely think his assist making is going to go a very long way. But let's dive into the regular chat. Dinwiddie fit right in, even with D'Lo and Austin. Yes, agreed. And look, he's going to only get better. Excuse me. He's only going to get more comfortable. He's only going to get more efficient and effective out there. But you saw the things that you wanted to see today. What will Gabe's role be now that when he gets back? It'll be relatively the same. It'll be exactly what it is. It's just like, Gabe Vincent was never a playmaker, right? He's more of a 3-and-D guy. Think of like an Avery Bradley, a George Hill, right? Guys like that who usually have a lot of success next to LeBron because they can defend on that side, hit the open shot. LeBron can kind of make the plays out of the post like the Lakers like to run. So his role will still be the same. But the beauty now is now you could have him and a 6'5", 6'6" Spencer Dinwiddie, right? So now it's not just a Gabe Vincent out there who's basically you're hoping to do everything. No, now Gabe Vincent, he can play off ball, he can be the initiator, but he can also be a threat off ball, hit the open shots, play some defense, be your point of attack. Now you have him and Spencer Dinwiddie who can both kind of make that push in the backcourt. I think that's very valuable for the Lakers. So Gabe Vincent, in my opinion, his role will be the exact same thing it was always meant to be, which is like when you're in the game, hit the open shot, find the open man on occasion, be the initiator, and play some defense, right? Play the Dennis Schroeder role. So I expect that to return, especially after Vando returns. I can't wait for Vando to return. If he returns. Again, hopefully he returns. Fingers crossed. Easy victory, solid game. Yes, agreed. I love the way that they played today. Again, it's the Pistons, but still, these are the kind of this is how you want to win against those teams. Give Spencer Dinwiddie a couple of games, he'll be comfortable out there. Agreed. I thought he was fine. I thought he gave you everything you wanted. You saw all the versatility. You saw everything that you wanted to see from him. Did you say too high? Spencer looked good. Looked pretty good. Agreed. He's W. I love it. Did you realize all starters with 15 plus points? I love it. I do. Yes. We had the last game where they all had 20 plus points, right? Sharing the basketball, right? The ball isn't sticking, guys. Hitting shots. You're getting better looks. You're getting better opportunities. I love that kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff that you want to see. It's the kind of stuff you want to see from them. What grade do you give Spencer? I'd probably give him a solid B. I thought, again, he did the things that you wanted to see. Couple things, because I've really highlighted the pros, right? The reason it's not like an A or anything like that is because there were a couple things that, the turnovers, like I said, he had 4 turnovers, right? Him gambling a couple times on the defense side of things. I prefer him not do that, especially right now. Like, if you want to gamble later on, once you're acclimated, comfortable, a couple gambles I wasn't big on. Again, I'm not going to knock him for that. I'm not like trying to say like, he was excellent. But I'm just explaining why it wasn't like an A or anything like that, right? Because there were a ton of pros that I love to see that I think he's going to only improve on and be better on. But there were some things that I definitely need to see him continue to work on, continue to be better on. But like those kind of things, his shooting, obviously, again, I give him credit for two of those misses were just kind of bailout shots. Where he kind of last second just kind of had to throw it up. So I'm not really going to knock him for that. But can he hit those shots with regularity? Because he hasn't been able to do that with Brooklyn. Now, the Lakers and the Nets are very different, right? You have LeBron, D'Lo, Reeves, AD, guys that are going to be able to draw the attention to get him better open looks and opportunity. But I need to see that kind of stuff. But again, he was great. I loved what we saw. To me, I think give him a solid B. If you said B plus, I wouldn't even argue it, right? I think he was solid. He gave you everything that you wanted to see. What's up, Lee? Appreciate you being here. 7 assists, B plus for his first game. Hey, like I said, B plus. I won't even argue it. I completely get that, and nothing against that at all. Bobby, coming out to $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Our backup big rotation has been clicking. Yeah, Jackson Hayes has been really solid lately. I really like what we're seeing from him. His energy, his effort, right? He's been a little more disciplined than he was early in the season. Look, I always liked Jackson Hayes. To me, though, he still is a project big, right? Like Jackson Hayes is a guy that when we signed, I was like, great. Hopefully we can keep him long term and kind of shape him and mold him to be our, starting center one day or our backup big. Right? He's young. He has the tools. He has all the gifts. He has everything you want to see from him. And at times, you really see that blossom. But he hasn't figured it out yet, right? He's not disciplined enough yet. He's kind of just playing out there with raw energy, raw emotion, raw talent, right? Once he learns to kind of control those things and he kind of learns to not leave his feet and how to shift properly and stuff like that, I think he's going to be very impactful. He had some nice plays, nice blocks, right? Him just challenging at the rim and stuff. I think he has a lot of potential, but I really like what we're seeing from him. Christian Wood coming in, stepping in, his ability to stretch the floor, rebound, kind of create the contact. Those are the kind of things I like to see. Sean, coming out $2 super chat. Thanks so much. Just wanted to say thank you. Channel is awesome. Well, thank you, Sean. Seriously, I appreciate that. I'm very thankful. Seriously, I'm very thankful for you and everybody. Say it all the time. Like if it wasn't for all of you hanging out with me, I would just be some guy talking to myself. Like literally, I'd be some quack just talking to the ether. So I'm very blessed that I have people that actually want to listen to me and actually want to have conversations and tune in and do these live streams and listen to videos and all that stuff. So I'm very, very thankful. Seriously. So thank you. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate that. Lakers look fresh off of 3 days off. Yes, which is good, right? Now we got to go get this win tomorrow and the back-to-back, then you get like 8 days off. Not like it is 8 days off, which is good, right? Kind of regroup, recalibrate. I know LeBron and AD, they got the All-Star thing going on, but the All-Star game isn't what it used to be. This isn't the early 90s, 2000s where it was like game 7 of the playoffs where everybody's trying to kill each other and they're all trying to prove that they're the best player and it's intense and it's great and all that stuff. No, it's more of just like entertainment now at this point. You know, even like the last 2 minutes or whatever where teams lock down, it's still not like hyper competitive like it used to be. So I'm not really worried about them. They'll get some rest. They'll get to have some fun, enjoy life a little bit, and then get back, make that push post All-Star break. Look, we have 6 games left. We win the game tomorrow, not for the season, just the month of February. So you win the game tomorrow. We're 4 games over 500, and then we got 5 games, 2 slates of back-to-back. The only game that isn't a back-to-back is the Phoenix Suns game. So you got 2 slates of back-to-back. The Lakers have a real, in all honesty, the Lakers should and can win all 5 of those games. You win tomorrow, you're 4 games over 500. I mean, I don't think it's out of the question that they could end up winning those 5 games and all of a sudden they're, especially the way that they've played lately. If they can continue to play the way that they've played, I wouldn't be surprised at all. And now, I mean, you could be 9 games over 500, and you're probably back in the mix for the 6th seed at that point. If not, maybe even the 5 seed. You might already have the 6th seed at that point. But again, I don't want to get too ahead. But I think you'll win tomorrow. You're 4 games over 500. You got to go at least 3-2 in those last 5 games. You go 3-2 in those last 5 games. Now you're 7 games over 500, right? So if you can do that, or no, you wouldn't be 7 games. You'd be, I think 7 games over 500. Or no, 5 games over 500. That's what it'd be. Yeah, because you'd be 4 games. You win 3, that's 7 minus 2. You'd be 5 games over 500. Which now I think you're in the mix for at least the 7 seed, 7-8 seed. Maybe you've even gotten to the 7-8 seed. You're probably only a game or 2 out of the 6 seed, something like that. And then we go into that grueling month of March. But I think we have, off the top of my head, I think we have 14 games in the month of March. Got to go bare minimum, right? In my opinion, you got to go at least 8-6. I would like more, but I think like realistic expectations, because I mean, you're talking about like your first 6 games are against like the top 4 teams in the league, right? Like they're all playoff games. Like it's month of March is brutal. So if you can go at least 2 games over 500 in that stretch, which I want more, but let's say worst case scenario, you go 2 games over that. Now you're 7, hopefully 11 games if you handle business here in the last stretch of February. But let's meet in the middle. Let's call it 8 games. If you're 8 games over 500 with a handful of games left to finish the season, I think that they'll be in the 6th race, or at least close. And they have tiebreakers over like the Suns and stuff like that, which is really good. But anyway, we have Andrew coming out, $2 super chat. Only question mark is the 3 Vando, Rui, Prince. Spencer Dinwiddie. I mean, I would imagine that I would hope that you kind of balance that out. I think you could kind of like have. So if again, I lean once Spencer Dinwiddie gets comfortable, and let's say you get everyone back and everyone's healthy, I still kind of like the idea of Spencer Dinwiddie in the starting unit. I kind of like the idea of D'Lo, Dinwiddie, Vando, LeBron, and AD as your starting 5. But let's say that they want to keep the starting 5 that went to the conference finals, right? Okay, right. So because I worry, like Rui's working right now in the starting 5. But I think once you get to the playoffs, I think teams will target him more because he's not great laterally, and him defending some of the threes, and you're going to be playing some of the, like, think of like the matchups he would be playing against, right? Michael Porter Jr., Paul George or Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, right? Like all of these guys. I mean, even like say Minnesota, like he's still like McDaniels, like quick, twitchy, athletic type of guys that I think could pose a problem for him. And so if you have everybody healthy, I like Vando. Go back to the starters that got you to the conference finals last year, and then and then the three just kind of mix and match, right? Little bit have Vando, a little bit of Reddish, certain matchups depending. Like say you're playing Denver, right, and they're running Murray, KCP, and they go with Brown, right? Okay, you could put like if Brown's your three, Spencer Dinwiddie's bigger than he is, you could have him match up, right? Like I just think it depends, but to me, I think you kind of just like use that accordingly, kind of divvy it up throughout. Start with Vando if the offense isn't clicking well enough. Okay, move Prince. Okay, move Rui. I think to me, just kind of make the adjustment accordingly. Question is, does Darvin Ham do that? Is he capable of doing that at least correctly? Is the concern, right? But we'll see. Time will tell. But appreciate you, Andrew. Where were we? Looked like he was trying to get assists. Yeah, which is fine. I mean, his first game, he's not as aggressive. Trying to be more passive, trying to get others involved. I'm okay with that. Got to get that win tomorrow. Agreed. Have to. If he came out jacking up a bunch of shots, it wouldn't be good. He did what he needed to do. 7 assists, solid defense, good W. Exactly, 100%. Dinwiddie was fine in my opinion. Felt like D'Lo didn't want to give him the ball for a lot of his minutes. I mean, the problem is like he was always on the weak side at times, and then like he would like cut over strong side, and D'Lo like would try to roll over to the weak side. I think it was just like where he was on the floor at times. But I thought Dinwiddie would be fine. I mean, they've played together. They have chemistry. I would imagine that, he wants Dinwiddie to have success. I mean, he was the one that broke the news. He was the one that was all excited. So do you know what has changed with D'Lo? Is it just been his confidence? I mean, I'm sure part of it is that, but no, it's literally what I said last year and even in the offseason, even early this season. He's gotten to play point guard. Like, think of the games early in the season when D'Lo had his struggles, right? Think of last year. What were D'Lo's best games? When LeBron wasn't playing, right? He had the game against, who was it? Was it the Knicks? Where he had like 33 points and like 11 assists or whatever, right? Because he got to play point guard. He got to have the ball in his hands. He's best in the point guard role, right? One of the best plays in all of basketball is a D'Lo pick and roll. Right? So when you put the ball in his hands, he has success. He's able to get guys going. He's able to find his own shot, right? He's able to get the open man and then clear the side and hit the open shot. So it gets him in rhythm, right? Because he can hit a couple. You'll see him early on. He'll kind of, sometimes he'll take that first three, and if he doesn't hit it, you'll see him work inside and get that little midi, right? To kind of just get his rhythm, just get his shot. Like if you've ever played basketball, even if you haven't, I'm sure you've seen people do this drill, where you start under the basket, you shoot it up, and then, you take step back, shoot it up, take step back, shoot it. And it's to kind of get the rhythm, get the flow of things, right? You see D'Lo will do that at times in the game. So D'Lo, I think a lot of it is attributed to like D'Lo just being able to play the role that he was brought here to do, right? LeBron has been screaming since the bubble that he wants to play off ball, that he doesn't want to be point guard, that he wants somebody else to handle those duties. It's why they went and got Dennis Schroeder the first time. It's why they went and traded for Russell Westbrook the first time. It's why they went and got D'Lo. But yet it was like D'Lo's always playing and he's just like standing in the corner or he's standing out on the perimeter somewhere and he's just kind of there, right? And it's like, okay, well, how can he be that effective? But when he's in the actions and he's moving and the ball and he's getting the ball and he's giving it up and then he's, clearing the side and now, the defensive man has to make a decision and boom, now he's wide open and boom, he's getting an open look, right? Like it's just the way that they're using him. Thoughts on Hassan Whiteside retiring, the greatest blocker for one season? Look, I mean, it's not really a surprise. I kind of expected it sooner rather than later. Look, I was big on bringing in Hassan Whiteside last season. I actually think he could have helped a lot, especially in that Denver series. But I mean, a lot of his issues is himself. The guy was a real talent. I mean, his shot blocking, his rebounding, him being a lob threat. Problem was he just couldn't get out of his own way. He thought he was a superstar rather than realizing like, hey, I'm just a very good role guy. Let me play my role. He'd probably still be in the league. He's only like, what, 32, something like that? So the music promoter coming out, $2 super chat. Really appreciate it. LeBron just confirmed he's not playing tomorrow. Did he really? Uh-oh. Did he really? That's not good. Shoot. Oh, yeah. LeBron is sitting the second night of a back-to-back. You're right. That sucks because we got to win that game. Hopefully AD plays. If AD doesn't play, I think we're in trouble. Look, I know we beat Boston without AD and LeBron, but Boston also loves to kind of shoot themselves in the foot at times. The Utah, I could see them causing us problems. If AD plays, I think we'll be fine. And I think that that'll be a good opportunity for Spencer Dinwiddie to kind of, take on a bigger role, right? Because now you can kind of move Rui to the 4, maybe even start Dinwiddie, right? I wouldn't hate that against the Jazz. Run D'Lo, Reeves, Spencer Dinwiddie, and then kind of just stagger them throughout. I don't know. We'll see what Darvin Ham's plan is, but yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. All right, especially because I think we really need this win badly. But thank you for the heads up, Andrew. To be honest, something changed with D'Lo's confidence. Yeah, because he got to play his role, right? And all of a sudden he starts clicking and things are going well, and like, okay, you're brought in to play the point guard role. You're brought in to be a specific player. And then you aren't given the opportunity to be that player that you were brought in for. And it's like, okay, so then what is it? Do you just not believe that I am capable of being that player? Then why did you bring me here? Right? Do you not think I'm good enough to fill that role? Then why did you pay me and keep me here? Right? Like it's hard to have confidence in your role when 1, you're playing out of position, 2, you're not playing your role, and 3, it doesn't seem like the team is investing in you the way that they're saying by their actions they are. So now you put D'Lo in the position to where, no, we do believe in you, and we do know that you're great, and we do know what you're capable of, right? I mean, D'Lo said it, who was it, on Pat Bev's podcast or whatever in the offseason, where he's like, I didn't know my role that time. Right? You brought me in to play point guard, and you're having me play off ball the entire time. You want me to be a shooter? Okay, fine. I had the best shooting season of my career, right? And he's following it up with an even better shooting season, which is crazy to think about, right? We know he can score the basketball. We know he's an excellent shooter, but if that's all he's going to be, it's hard to kind of get that confidence, right? Because it kind of feels like, I am a point guard. I know D'Lo has said, like, I'm a basketball player. I can play whatever. But he's also played and was brought in and was drafted as a point guard. And he's had his best seasons and his most success as a point guard. And so you put him in that position. You show that, hey, we trust you. We believe in you. We need you. You play well because you got that boost of confidence. It's trickle-down effect. Look, I could be completely off with that, but I just don't think it's a coincidence that as soon as they gave him the opportunity, as soon as they handed him the keys to the point guard role and LeBron started playing off ball more, D'Lo just, boom, all of a sudden is a 20-point-a-game scorer, giving you 25 or whatever, right? Or he's averaging, what is he average? The last month and a half, 2 months, he's averaging 28. I don't think that that's a coincidence. I just don't. But you never really know. The athleticism alone, he's fully implemented and gels will be starter or 6 man. Yeah, 100%. Tyler, you betray me. No one in the history of torture will be tortured with the torture that it's tortured with. Mark my words. I was actually watching Supernatural the other day. Kind of had it as like background noise. I like the guard rotation for the Lakers. I do too, a lot. I think the guard rotation is nice. Like when everybody's healthy and everyone's set, I think D'Lo, Reeves, Spencer Dinwiddie, and Gabe Vincent is one of the better guard rotations in the league because you have versatility. You have three guys that are very skilled guards that can all do multiple things, can all make plays, can all hit shots, can all create shots for themselves and others. You got Gabe Vincent, who's a prototypical 3-and-D style point guard that can be an initiator, find the open man. I really like it. So glad we kept our team. We're gelling right now. Looking good. Looking real good. Got to keep it up, though. AD MVP. If the Lakers, I said this earlier in one of my videos, if Anthony Davis actually, like if the Lakers were like top, maybe even top 4 seed, I think Anthony Davis would genuinely be in the MVP conversation. What that dude's been able to do this year has been ridiculous on both sides of the basketball. I know Joel Embiid is having like a historically great offensive season, but one, he's not going to play enough games. And even if he was, he doesn't play both sides of the basketball. I mean, what Anthony Davis is doing on both sides of the basketball, Anthony Davis better win Defensive Player. If Anthony Davis doesn't win Defensive Player of the Year, there is something going on. That guy has been by far the best defensive player in the league, like by a mile. I mean, this dude is single-handedly stopping 3-on-1 fast breaks. And he's done it like several times. It wasn't like this was just a random one-off. He did it like, 2 games ago? He had like a 3-on-1 or whatever and just completely stopped it and got 2 straight blocks by himself. Like, the guy is next level, man. Seriously. D'Lo, AR, Rui, LeBron, AD is a solid 5. Dinwiddie, Prince, Vando is a great 8-man rotation. I agree. I definitely like what we have going here. Like I said, once we get to the playoffs, personally, I would like to move Rui to the bench and have him kind of be like in that rotation, move Vando in the starting unit. I just have my worries that teams are going, because you're going to have Austin Reeves, who's a liability on the defensive side, and I think teams are going to target Rui more come the postseason because they know like he can't stay in front of quicker guys. And I just think having both of those guys, I think you can get away with it during the regular season. Regular season, it's fine. Teams aren't really like targeting, and not every team is equipped to do that. But like, if we play the Clippers in the first round, you don't think that they're just going to have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard just isolate him heavily and go after him? Of course they will. You don't think that you're already going to have to deal with like James Harden on an island with D'Lo and Reeves. Like, do you really want that liability with Rui too? Again, maybe it'll work, but I just think eventually Darvin Ham's going to have to make that change with Vando, or maybe it's Reddish if Vando doesn't come back. I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell. But I love what Rui's done in the starting unit. He seems to have confidence. He's being aggressive. He's not settling. Like, I really like he's cutting towards the basket. I really like what we're seeing from Rui, but I worry about the defensive side of things come the postseason. Again, right now, I don't really think you have to change it. I think you're okay leaving it. But that's also my concern is that like we get into the postseason and Darvin Ham goes, oh, this is our 5. This is great. And then we start getting like that matchup starts getting exposed and Darvin Ham just doesn't change it because he's like, well, it worked during the regular season. Like, again, there's a lot of things that work during the regular season that just don't work during the postseason. But I don't know. Time will tell, right? I don't want to just say, oh, for sure it's not going to work. But yeah, I do have my concerns. I do have my reservations. But we will see. We shall see. All right. Where were we? I think they will have a good second half season. I do too. I really do. I think that they'll make that push. I think Spencer Dinwiddie is going to help a lot. Like, even just his playmaking alone is going to be huge for the Lakers because now they actually have a legit playmaker off the bench. They'll be able to kind of scatter them. As I mentioned earlier, when D'Lo and LeBron go to the bench, right? And now you don't have to have Austin Reeves run that unit where it's like, our offense gets stagnant because Reeves isn't great at making plays. Again, he's not a playmaker, as I mentioned earlier. So I think that'll be much better. 83-on-1 defense is the best highlight of this game, without a doubt. Absolute facts. Dinwiddie gets $1 bonus. Hey, we got to get him $1. I would love that story. I'm sure the Lakers win the championship. They'll probably give him more than $1. But man, I mean, his bonuses and stuff will be more than that. But I mean, still, like if he, like, I would love for him to just hold that dollar. You know, he's framing that on his wall. If that happens, like, I just want, like, I literally want on a T-shirt Spencer Dinwiddie holding up $1 with like the championship trophy. Like that would be great. Like trophy in one hand, dollar in the other, just holding it up. Like I would love that. If the Lakers win the championship and somebody doesn't hand Dinwiddie $1 to take a picture with the trophy, I'm gonna lose my mind because that would be such a blown opportunity. Hopefully Bron and AD play tomorrow. Well, apparently Bron's not playing tomorrow. Hopefully AD. If AD plays tomorrow, I think we'll be fine. We'll win that game. Darvin was playing Bron like we don't have a game tomorrow. It looks like Darvin was playing LeBron because LeBron doesn't have a game tomorrow. So I guess that makes sense. Rui is solid. I like how he tries to dunk everything. Yeah, he's been much more aggressive and not settling as much, which I really like. Hopefully he keeps doing that. Martin, thank you so much. Yes, take a quick second, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If not subscribe to the channel. If you haven't liked, hit that like button. You guys know the drill. I appreciate you. It helps me a ton. You have no idea. Oh, okay, it's nothing. All right, good. Let's see. Trey D'Lo, huh? What guard in the league gives us production for $17 million a year? Should have brought Lonnie Walker back. No, I'm personally good on Lonnie Walker. But look, I was in the camp of keep D'Lo and trade others. Spencer had a solid debut. Agreed. Great team win. I'm right there with you. The 3-on-1 block was just absurd. Yeah, it's annoying how underrated he is defensively by league executives. Serious. I'm telling you, if he doesn't win Defensive Player of the Year, it's criminal at that point. Like genuinely. And like even if you hate the Lakers, there's no way you look at Anthony Davis and go, he's not the best defensive player in the league. Like what he's able to do is just name me another player that can do that. I mean, even Giannis can't. I'm not even talking about the 3-on-1 fast break, right? Because he's not the only person to ever do that. But the regularity is one thing. But just the ground that he covers and what he's able to do defensively, like the closest thing there is Giannis, and he's not even able to cover up as much as Anthony Davis does. Seriously. Damn it, we could have traded Vincent and Jalen Shafino for Dorian Finney-Smith, Lonnie Walker with our first. Like I said, I mean, I would. I just don't like. Where's Lonnie Walker play is the problem, right? Like, I would have loved Dorian Finney-Smith, but like, who's Lonnie Walker playing over, right? Like, let's say you get Spencer Dinwiddie, right? Like, are you playing Lonnie Walker over Taurean Prince's stretch and shooting ability? His size stuff. I don't know. Like, I just see Lonnie Walker, like, if you traded for him, would just be in like a guy that's just kind of spot minutes. Right. Look, I like Lonnie Walker a lot, but like, I just like, where does he fit? How many minutes? Like, how do you find him minutes? Is the thing. AD wants Defensive Player of the Year. He deserves it's criminal. The guy has never won one. It's crazy to me. Rui plays so much bigger than 6'8". He seems like he's 6'10" big. Yeah, which is why he's great at the 4. Because he can defend. Like, he's done great. I mean, look at like what he's done to guys like Karl Anthony Towns, even Jokic in the postseason. I mean, obviously Jokic, you're not stopping him. But like him being able to hold his ground, be physical, kind of do things that many others can't. He's just so big and strong and has just such a good lower center of gravity that it's just he's a mismatch for anybody close to his size or bigger. But it's just the quicker, twitchier, athletic guys, which is the concern. Lakers win. Yep. Spencer, don't even have to score that much. He's a great distraction and a great player to place others players in place and can get his own. Yes, exactly. Agreed. Just wait till Spencer gets comfortable and really gets into his role. Agreed. I'm right there with you. Like Gobert is nice, but my God, he is not some top tier defensively, like not even close. And they're going to give it to him because his team seeding awards are always cooked. Yeah, that's the thing I don't understand. Like if they give it to him, there's just, again, he is nowhere near the defensive player that Anthony Davis is. like Rudy Gobert's not out there defending guards and stopping and running in transition to go chase down blocks, and like he just isn't capable. Like, yes, is he a guy that like he clogs the paint, and if you challenge him, you're going to lose that challenge? Of course. But there's lots of guys like that in this league. Right? Like there's not, name me another guy that could do what Anthony Davis does. I really like the guard rotation likewise. I say in the offseason, try to keep Spencer and see if you can trade Gabe away for Caruso. I would love something like that. It's just, I don't personally see how the Lakers are going to be able to keep Dinwiddie. I mean, it's not impossible. There's always ways to make it happen. One, it depends on what D'Lo does. Two, it depends on what like LeBron, like if the Lakers are close or they win, does LeBron kind of take a little haircut? I don't think he's going to take like 10 million or anything, but does he take a little haircut to maybe try to help, get us some exceptions and stuff? There's ways to get there, but I just think one, it depends on Spencer Dinwiddie and how much it demands, right? Like if he's willing to take like the mid-level exception, then I think we can keep him. But if he's like, no, I need 18 to 20 million, then I don't see how we get there. I just don't see how we keep him. And it also just depends on how good he plays, right? If he's great for the Lakers, then some team might end up paying him 18 million, right? If he's kind of like, so for the Lakers, like, right? Let's say he's not really scoring much, but he's just playmaking and playing defense, right? Then the Lakers may be able to retain him and get him for 15 million. I definitely could see Spencer taking a discount, right? Like, let's say, a team offers him 20 million, but like, I mean, because Dallas could have paid him more, but he wanted to come to the Lakers, right? So he took a discount just to come to the Lakers. So I could see him saying okay, this team's willing to pay me 20, but I could stay with the Lakers for like 15. I could see him maybe doing something like that. But if it's like a team's willing to give him like 4 years, 80 million, or 4 years, 100 million, or something like that, because he's like really good for the Lakers, then I don't know. But we'll see. Time will tell. Let's see. Dinwiddie will lock up Jamal Murray. I hope so. Utah will be interesting. Yeah, agreed. I was insane defensively at Kentucky and in New Orleans just because he's much more offensive polished. They forget he's a monster on the defense side. Yeah, I don't know how that guy doesn't have like 5 defensive. Even in New Orleans, there was seasons where he probably should have gotten Defensive Player of the Year. Dinwiddie, and if Vincent comes back, our backcourt becomes even more athletic and versatile. Yeah, agreed. He smiles way too much for Drew that hasn't even played more than 5 games yet. Gabe Reeves and D'Lo is just championship level. You got more than enough shot creation and just enough defense. Yeah, agreed. Right there with it. Let's see. Signing Vincent instead of Dennis was a huge mistake. I don't know. It depends on what Vincent you get when he comes back, right? Like I get Dennis. Like Dennis is a fan favorite, but he's just defensively, his point of attack defense and just him being a menace is great. But he was just like, you never knew what Dennis Schroeder you were going to get, right? Like it's one of the things that I talked about when we signed Vincent over Dennis. I was like, at least you know what you're going to get from Vincent, and it's just much more consistent. My problem with Dennis is like, one game he'll go and give you 20, and then the next game he's like 2 of 11 and gives you like 4 points, and you're just like, dude, like where are you? And sometimes it's like decision making and stuff. Like it just, I don't know. Like at least Gabe Vincent. My point is that like Gabe Vincent, if he can get back to being what he was in Miami, you know what you're going to get, right? He's not a guy, like, he's probably not going to go give you 20. And if he does, that's great. But he'll probably, like, I don't think there will be as many of those, like, 20 or 2 games. I think it'll be a lot more of, like, 9 to 12 games. And he's playing defense. He's playing off ball. He's hitting the open 3. He's a better 3-point shooter. And in the postseason, he's known to elevate. So I like the Vincent signing. Like if they kept Dennis, like I would have been totally okay with it. I mean, I'm not a Dennis fan. I like Dennis a lot, but I understood why they went and got Gabe Vincent, right? He's just a little more stable at times. I do too. I wish we had one wing to like I mentioned, Dorian Finney-Smith, something like that would have been great. Bro takes credit for the group assignment. When's Bando games back? Great. Facts, Tyler. Reeves can't beat anyone off the dribble, but Spencer most definitely can get the defense and rotation. It will help our offense be less susceptible to being stagnant. Yes, exactly. He is such a great safety net. Yes. Turnaround. I'm not there yet, but we're heading in that direction. I like it a lot, right? I need to see the consistency. Right? I need to see them strain a couple games. I'm not saying they have to go on like a 10-game win streak or anything like that, but like how do they finish the month of February, right? And on top of that, like how do we look in the beginning of March more than anything? Because that March again, go look at like the first like 10 games. It's insane, right? Like, are we 3-7 in that 10-game stretch? Right? I want to believe we're turning it around. And the Lakers are talented. They have the talent. They have the pieces. They have everything you want and need to be a good basketball team. We've seen that what this team is capable of doing. They've beaten pretty much every good team, not named Denver. So, I mean, I'll take our chances. It's just there's no matchup where Dinwiddie would be unplayable. Athleticism alone allows him to be viable in any series. Agreed. A.R. Spencer, LeBron are all playmakers and great passers. I prefer D'Lo being the microwave for the Lakers. And he's been that for sure. Play too many minutes. They need him fresh. For the playoffs, coaching staff is just idiotic stretches. They keep him in at times. I'm hoping that once Spencer Dinwiddie gets his flow and kind of gets to where we need and want him to be, that's where LeBron doesn't have to play so much. Because as I mentioned, like, think of how many times there have been games where, Darvin Ham will take LeBron out of the game and our offense just goes flat, right? So you either have to play like D'Lo 40 minutes and he's playing like 36 minutes a game, or you have to play LeBron like 36 minutes. And it's just like, my hope is now Spencer Dinwiddie comes in when LeBron and D'Lo go to the bench to get some rest. Now Darvin Ham can just let them marinate, right? Like, and he doesn't have to worry about it, right? Like, look at this game, for example, right? And I get we were up 20 and stuff, but right, like there was stretches where like they cut it to like 12, and Darvin could have easily just brought back in Anthony Davis and it would have been justified. But he let it go, let AD get his rest, trusted Hayes and Wood to get the job done and close it out, and they did, right? That's my hope with LeBron, is that once Spencer kind of gets into the flow of things, he gets familiar, he's able to kind of carve out his role, that's when you'll see LeBron James kind of get a little more rest, because now you won't have to like rush him back in, because you won't need him as much, because Spencer Dinwiddie will be able to create his own shot. He'll be able to create for others. That's my hope. We'll see. Hopefully we get there. In my opinion, SD just made the Lakers a little better. I agree. Look, I've been talking about it for a while. Like I said, I don't think him getting Spencer Dinwiddie now makes us the best team in the league, but we're definitely going to be better. Like, definitely better. Like, he's gonna help us win a couple games that we probably shouldn't have won. Right? Once we get into the postseason, he's a guy that's known to play very well in the postseason. That's not afraid of the moment. So I just think, that all those attributes are really good. I'd rather not have Gabe Vincent come back. I mean, it depends on what Gabe Vincent you get when he comes back. If you get like Miami postseason Gabe Vincent, then I bring him. We could use him badly. Dinwiddie makes the team better just because of the dynamic of having a sizable guard who is athletic and a good playmaker. Yes. We really D'Lo and Reeves at the guard position going to now 3 and maybe 4 of Vincent is a significant difference. Yes. Hayes has been good. Yes. It's going to be tough trying to fit him into the lineup for Darvin Hamburger. I definitely do have my concerns about how Darvin Ham kind of like utilizes him and like how he goes about the guard rotation. But, I do think that the like if you utilize him correctly, he can make an impact, right? Just to be that defensive guy. But I could see him coming back. Like my thing is like I don't want him to come back. Like I don't think Gabe Vincent should come back and get like 30 minutes a game, unless he's just like cooking one game. Like say he's like 6 of 8 from 3 or something. I just think he's a guy that you kind of have in key spots to defend and just apply pressure. A guy in key spots that can kind of just hit some shots. Give him like 15 minutes a game. I think your main 3 guards should be D'Lo, Reeves, and Dinwiddie. Personally. Lakers should have got Avery Bradley. They would have been more useful. Didn't Avery Bradley retire? Hayes is like a young McGee. Yeah, that was his comparison, and I think he'll get there. Yeah, they didn't get the Tonkos. Needs to replace someone in the All-Star game after that performance. Replace Scotty Barnes with Spencer Dinwiddie. The only question mark is a 3, to be honest. Yeah, right now, especially right now, yeah. But again, I think certain matchups, Spencer Dinwiddie with his size, I think you'd be able to kind of get away with it. Again, certain matchups, not all of them. Is this our last buyout? Yeah, more likely than not. I'd be a little surprised if they added anybody else. And we did almost trade for him. We woke up and he wanted to be a Laker. Yeah. Dude, I love your channel. Well, thank you, Luan. I appreciate that. Welcome. I really do appreciate it. I really appreciate that. Ooh, what's going on? Why is this freeze? Let's see. Sorry, trying to find something to me. Lakers in 5. I'm with that. Let's get it. We are 3.5 games out of the 5th seed. We're climbing. We're catching. We're almost there. We're getting there, slowly but surely. Basketball hypothesis. I don't mind a tough. I'm assuming you mean tough March. It'll keep them locked in. That's the hope. Oh, yeah, you did correct that. Yeah, I that's kind of my hope too. I'm hoping that the Lakers do kind of lock in, focus, things like that. So, and it kind of it allows them to fine tune getting into the postseason, right? Like every game you're playing one of the top teams in the league, so you always got to bring your A game. You always got to be on your toes. It kind of allows you to shift into that postseason play. I love the team's chemistry. Really glad we made no trades that would have ruined the flow. I think it depends on what the trades were. Like you make the right trades, you could also make yourself a lot better. I mean, look at last season. But look, I said it when Rob did it, and I even said it before. Like, right? Like, if Rob doesn't do anything, I trust Rob, and I'm okay with it. So, what else? Tough games will make them lock in high intensity. Yep. At least for now, rotation looking set. Yes, agreed. See some of the back and forth. I just don't want to put it on screen. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I saw your other comments. I just appreciate you. I do. Dinwiddie will be good, like Reeves, because no one will know how he plays. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think, teams definitely know how he plays, but I just think if he can, again, carve out the role that I envision, which is like that playmaker, a guy that can find his own shot, provide some athleticism, be that point of attack defense guy, especially more than anything. Look, and I said this already, like, if you told me, okay, you can have Spencer Dinwiddie, that's going to give you 20 points and let's say 25 and 5, right? You're gonna get Spencer Dinwiddie. He's gonna give you 20 points a game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, but he's gonna be Brooklyn net defense. Or you can have Spencer Dinwiddie. He's gonna give you 10 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, but he's gonna be that 112 defensive rating Spencer Dinwiddie. I would rather have give me the 112 defensive rating Spencer Dinwiddie, who's locked in, focused, playing hard-nosed defense, gives you double-digit scoring, gives you the occasional assist and the occasional rebound. I would take that all day because that's what the Lakers need more than anything, right? We have plenty of guys that can score, right? Our offense has been much better. We were like 26 in the league offensively, which was rough, but we've been much better the last month or so. And I do believe that'll be a lot of that has just been D'Lo's emergence. And Dinwiddie's going to have those occasional games where he just, he goes and gives you 25 or he goes and gives you 30, right? But if you told me I had to have one or the other, the offensive, just fluid playmaking Spencer Dinwiddie, but terrible defensively, or great defensively, but not as great on the offensive side. And I mean, obviously I want him to be I don't want Jared Vanderbilt, but if you told me hey, he's only going to take a handful of shots. He's going to be he'll be 38% from 3 or whatever, right? Knock down the occasional open 3, but he's going to be bought in on the defense side. I'd rather have that. Man, D'Lo is hooping. He is. He really is. It really is. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I really do, genuinely. Except for Vando, I'm concerned the return of our injured players will somehow ruin the current rotation and team chemistry. I mean, everybody outside of Gabe Vincent has already played. Max Christie, I don't think will get a bunch of minutes, if any. Maybe on occasion. But I think Max Christie will end up falling out of the rotation, which Darvin Ham doesn't really seem to have a hard time with that. He's kind of been okay with that. So I'm not really worried about that. Cam Reddish, I do kind of question, what does Darvin Ham do with him? Because, Cam Reddish was our best defensive player for 3 months, and he was very good, very good. So my concern is overplaying Cam Reddish rather than utilizing him as that specialty, a specialty player, giving him, 12 minutes a game or whatever, where it's dude, see that guy? That bad guy, Hulk bad guy, right? That's what I want, right? Something like that. That's what I kind of want to see. And he just locks in, focus, defense, lockdown, good. Let's go. Occasional bucket here and there, cool. I'd be okay with that. But I don't think the chemistry will be an issue. Obviously, Darvin Ham, how does he utilize the rotation? How does he utilize all the players? Because now you genuinely have 13 guys that you can make an argument for. But to me, I think it's pretty simple. And hopefully he just keeps it simple, right? Sometimes the simple answer is the correct answer, right? Does anyone know when Gabe is coming back, though? When is he reevaluation from? So based on the reports, it's supposed to be early to mid-March is when he's expected. He's on track to come back. So that's the bird is the word. Yeah, Tyler's pretty good. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Trying to get better every day, right? Just like anything. I mean, I've only been doing this for year and a half? Something like that. A little over year and a half. So getting better, getting there, getting in the swing of things, trying to figure stuff out. They did, Travis. It was awesome. Great win. Appreciate you. I mean, technically Gabe is our best defensive guard. I remember him closing games in the beginning of the year because he was good defensively. But yeah, Vando more important. Yeah. Why would LeBron not play tonight and play tomorrow instead? Yeah, I mean, I kind of would have preferred that too. I mean, I guess you can make the argument LeBron plays, you're not losing this game, right? Where Utah is still good enough to where they could get hot and maybe still beat you. So it's secure the win that is all but guaranteed. I guess you can make that argument, but personally, I just I don't know. I understand that point. Right. Captain Crunch is a fan of the Lakers. That I am. That I am. Like I always say, I am. That's all I am. I'm just a fan. I'm not an insider. I'm not. It's just me. I don't have like a team or anything like that. It's just a guy that loves basketball. So that's all it is. Um, and loves the Lakers. Watch D'Lo's podcast with AD. I did. It was a great podcast. I was filmed the day before the Nets game, which is around when he started turning it on. I actually think it motivated him looking at AD's trophies and hearing Chip stories. Yeah, I mean, that definitely could be another key thing, definitely. Let's see. LeBron can. I got something. There we go. LeBron can rest as many games as he wants, in my opinion. And yes, I am biased. Like obviously, we got to win as much. Got to win, so not. Got to get wins, not too much. But y'all need to understand we need him 100% fresh. We're going to beat the top teams. Yeah, I'm okay with it too. We need AD to play. If AD plays, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll get the win tomorrow. Tyler, when we get a guest role on Lakers Nation, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't even know if Laker Nation knows who I am. Look, I have said it before. I would love to go on Laker Nation. I'd love to have conversations. I'd love to talk and just have a good time. Bring them on this channel, whatever. I'd be more than happy to go on their channel. But like I said, I don't know if they even know I exist. I don't even know if they even care if I exist. Nothing like that. They're great. They're excellent. I love what they do. They're huge in the space. They're the marker, right? They're the milestone, right? Because they're the ones that are the biggest. That's who I'm chasing to be in that conversation with them. I would love to get on the channel. I've said it before. Let them know. When they do their live streams or whatever, tell them like, hey, get As It Stands, get Tyler from As It Stands Lakers on the channel. I would love to. I'm not gonna hit him up and be like, hey, you should have me on, right? Like, you don't invite yourself over to someone else's house. If they reach out to me and they want me on, I'll be there. Whatever I got to do, I'll make it happen. I'd be very thankful to be on that. Just to have, like I said, just to have conversations. See what we agree on, see what we disagree on, all that stuff. Let's see. Unfortunately, Davis won't win Defense Player of the Year. They're too busy guys. Yeah, Rudy and Wemby. Yeah, it is crazy. 80 to get a block from that 3-1. So did steal it. It's really absurd. Yeah, that dude is he's next level. He's next level. Spencer's playing for that dollar. Facts. I'll keep this best, but not who I don't like. Darvin Ham sandwich. Rui been pretty consistent these past games, and D'Lo too. Pretty pleased. Yeah, again, I love that Rui. He hasn't been settling. Right, the last month or whatever. Even before the starting unit, right? He was doing a much better job of not settling. Right, you'd see him so many times he just get the ball and just chuck it up. Right now, he kind of just gets the little pump fake. He drives to the basket. Right, he's being more aggressive. He's trying to fight through contact, all that stuff. I really like what we're seeing against him. However, this is against teams we should beat. Yeah, of course. Did it as a team? Yes, agree. Defense Player of the Year is rigged. Dude, the fact that Anthony Davis, even like I said, even in some of those Pelican years, man, remove the Lakers from the conversation. There were years where Anthony Davis was just ridiculous defensively. Let's see. Jalen Hood-Schifino doesn't worth anything. Why do the Lakers always need help? Huh? I don't know what you're asked. I don't know. I don't understand the question. Jalen Hood-Schifino, I'm assuming, isn't worth anything. Why do the Lakers always need help? The rookie? Do you mean Spencer Dinwiddie? I don't understand. I don't understand the question, Jason. Let's see. Coach needs to get advice from you, honestly. Hey, I'm a call away. I'd be more than happy to give some critiques, believe me. We want tacos. Well, then D'Lo should have a phenomenal game tomorrow. Yeah, I think one of them will. Either Dinwiddie, D'Lo, or Reeves, or maybe all three of them. I think we'll definitely have great games. Off topic. If Bronny declares for the NBA draft this year, I have a feeling Lakers can still get him if he went undrafted, or if the Lakers bought a second round pick and drafted Bronny. If he goes undrafted, the Lakers will get him for sure. I don't think he'll go undrafted. I really don't. I would actually be shocked if he goes undrafted, because there will be a team even in the second round, right, that'll just take a chance on him just because they might get LeBron. Even if they don't believe Bronny or LeBron will do anything impactful, they'll take a chance on him just because of the money, right? At that point, that second round pick just probably became worth, $100 million for you, right? And so I would be like, genuinely, I don't get shocked by a lot of things in sports, just because, if you've watched sports long enough, like, expect the unexpected. But that is something that I would be shocked that no team, like even one of these like really good teams that are like, hey, like the Thunder are like, we have 32 firsts in the next, like, 5 seasons. We need to burn some of these. So why not just burn it on Bronny to maybe get LeBron for a season and make a bunch of money? Like, one of these owners will push for it. Like, dude, that's like more money than we make in years. Go do that. So he'll get picked up. He's got a Valentine's date with Savannah. That's the reason he's not playing tomorrow night. It wouldn't shock me if that's what it is. AD should rest tomorrow night as well. I hope not, because I don't think the way. Just imagine our team fully healthy. Yeah, they would be tough. We need to get a legit center in the offseason and let AD play the 4. Problem is LeBron. Darvin Ham's talked about this. LeBron's talked about this, right? The reason AD plays the 5 is because LeBron has to play the 4 at this stage of his career. Once LeBron leaves, I believe the Lakers will get a center like almost immediately. Is LeBron leaving in the offseason? I don't. That's something else I would be very surprised. I wouldn't be like completely shocked, but I would be pretty close to shocked if LeBron leaves in the offseason. Lakers got LeBron for probably at least another year or two. I said the same thing a year or so ago, and when everyone was worried about LeBron leaving, he's not leaving. Like, he's not yet. He's not leaving till at least Bryce finishes his college year and then goes, and then he'll go play with the son. Because his other son is about to go to USC too. So he's going to stay here. He's going to want to watch his games. He's going to want to do all that stuff. He's not leaving yet. Should rest against the Pistons, not against Jazz. Utah need to win. Warriors might catch them in San Diego. Yeah, Warriors have been really good. They've won like 6 out of 7, something like that. This is supposed to be a fun question, but how good would we be if we had 2018 Cavs LeBron? We would probably be the best team in the league, because LeBron could get back to doing what he wants to do, right? I mean, you're talking. See, the problem, like, LeBron is still great, right? He's still fantastic, but he can't control every aspect of the game like he used to, right? Like 2018 Cavs LeBron, like even in like 2020, like look at like 2020 LeBron, he was still there. He, like, the way he could engineer an entire game and control and dominate everything. I mean, even beyond his play. I mean, LeBron's, like, if you just look at his statistics, LeBron's having one of the most efficient seasons of his career. LeBron has been excellent this year in like every category, but he just doesn't have that dominance anymore, right? Where it's like he by himself is going to win you 30 games, right? Like you have a 30 game head start on the season, and come postseason, you have at least like a 3-1 head start or a 3-0 head start, because he's going to win 2 to 3 of those games by himself, like those kind of things. So I just, that's not who LeBron is anymore. If you had 2018 Cavs LeBron, you're not beating this Lakers team. Like, this would be probably the deepest, best overall team LeBron's ever had. And 2018 LeBron, I mean, just the way he'd be able to control and dictate stuff would just be unfair. Let's see. I see your other. I see your other comment. I appreciate you. You got to keep in mind, I've only been doing this for like a year and a half. I think I've grown fast. Like, I think I've grown very fast. Like, in all honesty, like, I mean, I said I started this channel. When did I post my first video? Let's sort by. Oh, I can't do it like that. Can I do it like that? Let's see. I know it's only been like a year and a half, if not maybe a little longer. Come on, figure it out. There we go. We're talking oldest. My first video is over a year ago, but when did I post it? I posted it on come on, where's the date? Usually it's June 27th. June 27th. So June 27th was this year, or last year was my 1 year. So June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. So 8 months, a year and 8 months. So that hasn't even been 2 years. Hasn't even been 2 years. And I'm almost at 20,000. Almost at 20,000. I need to climb. Well, I'm like 928 away, but that's close. It's possible to get that by the end of the month. So I love that. So hit that subscribe button if you're watching this and you're not subscribed. But yeah, I mean, year and a half, I've gotten to 20,000 subs. I think that's pretty good. I mean, I know some channels have grown quicker and stuff, but you got to keep in mind a lot of these other channels have been around years, like years. You know, like Lakers Nation was started in like 2012 or something like that. I think, you know, Dan the Laker fan started in like that time too. Talking some of these channels had like, you know, a 12-year head start on me or a 10-year head start on me. So now we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm very blessed, very thankful, as I mentioned, to be in the position I am. Seriously. You did grow fast. I think so too. I genuinely, I think I grew very fast. A lot of it, I think, is just the consistency. Posting videos every day, multiple videos every day, working hard. I try to know what I'm talking about, right? I try not to just say stuff without some merit. Even my own personal opinions, I like to think that there's some educated opinion about it. You know, not always right. I'm wrong all the time, you know, but you know, it's just, again, it's a process. But I appreciate y'all. Seriously, you guys are awesome. Like I said, if it's not for you guys, I'm just some guy talking to himself, which that's not fun. But what that means, Boston had no LeBron or AD. Yeah, I mean, we could still absolutely win, but I hope we win tomorrow and the Warriors lose. I hate the Warriors. It's Tyrone, but yeah, still, yeah, I'm with you. We need it. We need to hold on. We need to climb this ladder. To be fair, LeBron doesn't carry this team. Yeah, he doesn't anymore. And that's what I was talking about, right? Like, he just doesn't have, like, he's still incredible. Don't get me wrong. The dude's ridiculous. He's still top 10, top 15 player at the worst. But he can't just completely control a game like he could. You know, like, I mean, there were games where you watch and you're just like, the only reason the Cavs won this game is because LeBron just basically controlled it like a quarterback managing the possessions, right? Like, he was so just like, he just controlled everything. He was just incredible, but he's just not there anymore, which is fine. I mean, again, I still believe the Lakers have the talent. They just gotta get there. You know, get to the postseason. I'll take my chances. And look, I'm telling you, don't be shocked if LeBron picks it up. If he's healthy, problem is last year he wasn't healthy. I mean, he needed like foot surgery, right? So if LeBron's healthy come the postseason, I wouldn't be shocked if he turns the clock back a little bit, right? Because he knows he only has a couple years left, right? He knows that he only has so many of these chances left to go win a championship. I'm not saying like every game he's going to dominate, but like if they go down, like let's say they go down 2-1 in a series, like game 4, I think you'll see like Cleveland LeBron again. You just be like, man, where was this LeBron? Because I just think like he'll pick and choose his spots, right? Closeout games, right? You're in a game 6 with an opportunity to close and get to the next round. Boom! I think you'll see old school LeBron, right? I just think he's pacing himself, right? Because he's got to at this point. I mean, the dude's 80. Like, what more could you ask for the guy? But anyway, I got to the end of the chat. I'm going to skate on out of here. I'm going to go set up videos and stuff like that for tomorrow morning. Probably do a video on Spencer Dinwiddie. Going to break down his game. That'll probably be the first video in the morning. But anyway, again, I appreciate y'all. Seriously, thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Got to go get this win tomorrow. Got another post-game stream, so make sure you stay tuned for the post-game stream tomorrow. Again, hit that like button on your way out. If you haven't hit that like button, hit that subscribe button on your way out. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, everyone that gave me super chats, seriously, thank you so much. It really does help and help support and allow me to do this. Really do appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome, and let's go get this win tomorrow. LeBron, no LeBron, don't matter. Let's get this W. So